Rosanna Pansino.
Who is she talking to?
She's talking to you. And then they were talking about Escape the Night.
Should we play the clip?
Oh, no, I don't want to hear it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
What did I do to Rosanna?
My eczema's coming back.
Eczema, it's seasonal allergy season, baby. Welcome, eczema.
Yeah.
So, Rosanna Pansino. So, I texted you about this.
Oh, uh-oh.
Okay, so I was just chilling the other night, and Monette, my wife, she's like, I'm mad. I'm like, why? Rosanna, I saw this clip of Rosanna Pansino. She started talking.
Who is she talking to?
She's talking to you. So she saw a clip of Rosanna and Alex because he did a podcast with her. And then they were talking about Escape the Night. And then for some reason, Rosanna's like, man, Roy, that Roy guy. I was like, what did I do to Rosanna?
Yeah.
And then from what I remember, I kept watching the clip. I voted her off and Escape the Night. And apparently she hasn't gotten over that. I'm like, what the fudge? And she's like, yeah, I was so nice to him. I was introducing him to all the cast. He didn't know anyone.
Should we listen to the clip?
Huh?
Should we play the clip?
Yeah, you can play the clip.
I'll play the audio.
Oh, no, I don't want to hear it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But I'm like, what? Are you okay? I was like, how is someone mad at me? I'm like the most unproblematic like YouTuber out there, and she's lashing at me like, I just voted her off, and she's making a big deal.
Yeah.
Well, you too, Rosanna. Holy, like, I don't know if you were serious, yo, but I just want to get that out the way.
Roy, that guy.
So the thing, the context of it was, because it was just a clip.
Yeah.
The context of it was, we were talking, we were catching up because we're old friends, and we were on Escape the Night together, and that's crazy. We were both on Escape the Night together, but I was at a different season, and she was like, "Oh, so how's like life?" Like, I was like, "Oh yeah, me and Roy broke up," and then she was like, "I would have broken up with it too, cause Roy." And then I was like,
"Oh, what?"
But she was smiling when she said it.
I
think she was just trying to find common ground with me.
Okay.
So like we know each other, but we're not friends.
Okay.
We just see each other and we work together sometimes. And she was like, yeah, he voted me off on the first vote. And then I was like, oh, but I think she went kind of hard with the Roy.
Yeah, I was like, damn, she did. Xana, I say that all the time. I don't have hate towards anyone, so except you. Okay, I'm kidding.
See,
hey,
it was the same thing. She was joking in the same way.
Yeah.
I hope.
But joking's 50% honesty. So
yeah. Because like I told Roy, I was like, yeah, like she did go kind of hard there, but if I felt that she was actually trying to disrespect you, I would have got up and left. But that was crazy.
Yeah. Anyways, it just threw me off. I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? Someone that's mad at you, so I have to be mad at you. So take that, Rosanna.
Yeah. Let's go to a happier.
Okay.
Happier
Sorry,
topic.
I just saw the video. I'm like, I gotta bring this up. Let me see what your thoughts. But
yeah, Rachel Ziegler.
Snow White, kind of like Rosanna.
I told you about Rachel, right? About the Snow White and all that stuff going down.
Yeah.
So quick recap. Disney did another diversity hire. They hired somebody who's not white, not Snow White, not skin as fair as snow. It was Rachel Ziegler.
Okay.
And then Rachel Ziegler is Snow White, and then they had Gal Gadot, who is not in my. I mean, I'm not giving my opinion. It's just what people are saying. Gal Gadot is way hotter than Rachel Ziegler, so it took everybody out of the movie because they're like, why is she trying to why is she upset that she's prettier than her when it's obviously not the case, and it just threw the movie off. Then she said some like Palestine stuff
in the movie.
In interviews. But then Gal Gadot's on one side. She said she supports the other side, so that's awkward. So then she just kept going off. She kept talking about politics. She's like, if you support Trump, don't go to my movie. 50% of the country is not gonna go see your movie now.
Yeah.
So like all this stuff is happening. Movie comes out, tanks. It's horrible. All the marketing, they stopped Rachel Ziegler from doing interviews. They minimized the premiere. They made it like very small and intimate because they couldn't risk her saying something.
Okay.
So her career is pretty much done. Nobody's gonna hire her. The only people that would are like small ones that want the drama from having her in the movie, and so that sucks for her. So then Disney obviously tries to train her, and then she does other interviews, and instead of being like political and whatever, she's wearing a big bow in her hair, and she's like, oh my gosh, I love Snow White, even though before she says she hated the old version.
Yeah.
It was like the Prince Charming was a stalker, it needs to be updated, all this stuff, talking about Disney's first movie, like huge movie. And so then she's like, oh, I love Snow White, and I've always wanted to be like her, and all this stuff. Yeah. And so I saw something else.
Okay.
Disney, and so Alexis said, my girlfriend, she said, Priyanse, she said, damn, what are they gonna do? And I was like, there's only one way to save the day for Disney. If I worked for Disney, this is what I would do. I would do the movie again, do it the right way, do all the nostalgia, modernize it in the correct way, and do it how it should have been done in the first place, without any political underlying tone, without any feminism, without anything other than making a great movie and a timeless tale. Yeah. And I was like, if they do that, everybody will go see that movie because they want to compare it to the Rachel Ziegler movie. And not only that, people will go watch the Rachel Ziegler movie so they can compare it. So that way it brings both movies up. I think the new Snow White would blow up because everybody's like, yes, you did it right, Disney's back. Yeah. And then this movie is the worst movie ever. It would also go up because of all the people watching this one.
So you're saying they would make a new Snow White.
So that's what I told Alexis. I was like, that's what they got to do. And she's like, no way, that's not going to happen. They just came out with the news that they're making a new Snow White.
No way.
And they're doing it the right way.
Gal Gadot is the main one now. And Rachel's
Rachel, they switched it. So that's what I was like, no. Alexis was like, no way. You called that. I was like, I know. And I am 100% going to go see that new movie. Yeah. And I'm going to watch the Rachel Ziegler one.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You know, I actually heard that Rachel Ziegler one wasn't that bad.
I want to see it. I want to see that. I want to see Sinners and Thunderbolt. Just because I just want to see. I haven't seen any movies this year. Yeah. I low-key want to see the Final Destination movie, too, because I grew up with that movie, and I heard that one. It was cool.
I didn't watch that movie.
The Final Destination ones?
How many are there?
Like 4 or 5, maybe more. I don't even know. But
I haven't watched any. I saw clips of like the highway where the pole goes through the windshield. Yeah, that's the only clip I've seen of that movie.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Yo, real quick before we keep going, Rosanna, I know I feel like that has the potential to go viral. But all love. Don't hate me. That's it. Don't hate me. All love. It's all love. It's all love. Yeah. I know you're joking. I'm just joking too. It's the same way.
Yeah, he was just trying to kill you on the show. That's it.
That's it.
That's not a big deal.
You're making it worse. No, thank you for taking care of me in the show. I have social anxiety, so thank you for introducing me to all the cast.
Oh, that's
really
nice.
do appreciate you.
She is super.
Her and her partner,
nice.
Super nice.
Oh yeah,
yeah. They were just taking care of. Yeah, Husky.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, thank you. They're just making sure I was okay during like the wherever we hung out in the little trailers. Yeah. Just saying hi. But yeah.
Neither of us were freaking brought back for the Escape the Night movie. What the crap, man?
It's okay.
I'm freaking. I have records. I have 2 records. I can't remember them, but I have 2 records. Yeah. And I was like, I think I just love I think I'm more hurt because I just love that show so much, and I feel like there's nobody in the cast that loves that show and wanted to be there and didn't want to leave early and didn't mind the hours and didn't mind the wardrobe as much as me because it was all worth it. And I think that's why I'm like,
yeah, I would love to do it again because I was just so nervous the first time I was there. I just didn't know what to do. Yeah, I was like, oh, what do I do? Am I doing this right? Am I playing my role correct? Oh, I don't know anyone. If I were to do it again, I'd be like, all right, cool, let's do it. I don't care no more.
Yeah, well, I heard they're trying to make a Escape the Night universe, so the movie's probably not the only thing they're doing. Oh. So that'll probably be the big bang at the beginning, and then they're gonna have other stuff. So maybe we'll be incorporated.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be cool. I would like to redeem my role. I feel like I could have done.
What was your role again? What was
Daredevil.
Daredevil.
Yeah, I was like, oh man, they gave me the wrong role. Yeah, I'm not Daredevil.
Kind of. I can feel it. I can see you doing crazy stuff.
Yeah. Oh. I was like, oh, I'm a little more scared than being a Daredevil in the show right now. Because like, oh crap, what's happening?
That'd be cool. So if you did get invited back, what character would you want to portray?
Oh, that would be cool. Celibate. Incel.
Mine would be, I would want to be an old timey boxer. Oh, like some of these. I'm like, How?
Okay, I guess so. Uncle.
Why you might
Uncle.
as well. Why I oughta? Yeah, I want to say why I oughta.
Why I oughta?
Why I oughta?
Yeah, it'll be Uncle. Uncle
Guava.
Uncle Guava.
That'd be cool.
Damn. Okay, I like
But
that.
uncle to who? That's not really a character.
I'm just older. Just like, yo, what's up? Anyways, Rosanna, don't hate me. Don't take this out of context. Someone's gonna edit this out. Like, man, Rosanna.
Well, it was pretty far away, so unless she decides to watch for like
That's
10
what I'm
minutes
saying. That's
after-
why I brought it out right now.
So when she posts
That was
that,
too late.
when she posts that and be like, you didn't watch the whole podcast, and then you can post your clip.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
To be fair, you didn't watch the whole podcast. You lost attention. Anyways, damn.
Yeah.
What'd I do, man? I didn't do anything.
Is Monette still upset?
Probably.
Dang.
Yeah. She's like, why you say that? I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. I swear to God. I swear to God. I'm hurt.
Hot dog.
Yeah. I mean, that's obviously the thumbnail and title of the video right now, so I gotta just keep talking about it. Anyways, anything cool? How's your week going? Aside from the podcast we did.
Oh man, it's been busy. Alexis is out of town for
where's
a
she at?
family emergency,
Uh-huh.
so I've just been work, nonstop. Go.
You stream every day?
I don't stream every day, but the days I'm off, I'm planning. I'm
Your
doing stream
streams?
planning, and I'm
Damn.
doing things I don't have time to do in the rest of the week. So I'm
Yeah.
just like, even on my off days, Mondays and Wednesdays, I'm go.
Yeah.
Yep.
I miss my family.
Yeah. Let's go to North Carolina. Yeah, me either. But
I'm down.
We should get an Outer Banks house.
That's a cool one.
Yeah, and let's just do that, just like when we're kids.
That's true.
Yeah.
But it's harder now because I have a wife and doggies, so it's have to like abide with their schedule too.
Yeah.
That's why it's kind of easier for them to visit here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would prefer that. But if anything,
It might be cheaper though. It'll be cheaper that way,
true.
but probably more fun this way.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So
What's the closest airport to Outer Banks?
I don't know. RDU?
Really?
I think so. Maybe
Outer
there's
Ban-
one in like Wilmington.
We
or
were
whatever.
kids. So how far away was it? 4 hours?
No, just two.
Only 2 hours?
To that side. Maybe 4 actually.
I think it's like 4.
so. It's 4 to the mountains, 4 to the beach.
Yeah,
Is
I
that
think
true?
so. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know, I've been seeing a lot of like creators and like people living in North Carolina nowadays. Like I was scrolling through TikTok, like, hey, I'm from Raleigh, North Carolina. I'm just
Andrew just transferred schools.
what?
Yeah.
Where's he
He's
now?
at ECU. He just got accepted to
NC State? Wilmington?
Wilmington.
Hey, I heard that one's a cool one.
I think he's gonna enjoy it a lot because ECU, like, what is ECU?
Mr. Beastown, that's it.
Yeah, like it's like, oh, you're at ECU. It's like, oh, it's a college. But if you
Yeah.
go to Wilmington, it's a beach college.
Yeah.
Then you can get out in the sun. You can go to the beach. There's a lot to do with your friends.
Why did
instead
he
of being-
transfer? Just because he was something new?
I think he's just. It's
Just to
just
make new friends.
Yeah, I think he's excited. It's just more to do, and you're in
Ah.
the sun. You're at the beach. You have
Yeah.
like things instead you're either at ECU and you have to drive like 4 hours to
Yeah.
Outer Banks and
Mm-hmm.
and that like then you have to get all your friends together and then
How many more years does he have? 2?
2 more, yeah.
2 more?
Yeah.
And then
So he's coming here for the summer and then he's going to Wilmington, a new college.
oh,
Which if I were him, I would be so happy switching.
Dang.
And it's a better film school and that's what he's in school for.
You know what's crazy? 2 years ago he started college, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's already the halfway point.
Yeah.
Now 2 years was when we started Spicy Fruit,
Yeah.
and he started college. Now he's halfway done. It's just fast, freaking fast. It's 2026 next year.
Yeah.
It's almost 2030. I always think about time and just the way it flows and fluctuates, man. It's the ebbs
Yeah.
and flows, bro.
Freaking, I remember, what's the earliest date you can remember writing in school at the top right of your school paper?
Ooh, I like that.
Every year it would for the first like
Boom.
probably until March I would get the date wrong because it's a new
Wow.
year.
Yeah.
And so I think the earliest I can remember is probably 1997.
Really?
I'm old,
1990s.
baby.
That I can remember. Probably 1999 for me.
Yeah.
That's a crazy thought, man.
That's crazy. We
That's a
remember
crazy
writing
thought.
19 something.
We
We were the last of that generation.
the 19s.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. You remember like when like you hear people's birthdays and like, oh, you're born in 1960s.
Yeah.
Blech. That's like 1980s, 1990s right now.
Yeah.
For a lot of people.
And like we really were the last generation because if you were born after us, you were 91. If you were born in 93 or 94, then you probably don't remember writing the date at the top of the thing because you weren't old enough.
Yeah.
So we were really in the last group of people that had to write 19 something.
You remember Y2K?
Yeah, I remember being very scared of that.
I was in the Philippines, so people kept saying Y2K, Y2K. I was like, is that is like Backstreet Boys? Or
I
what?
thought the world was gonna end.
It did not though.
It did not. No.
People
And I remember like my dad explaining to me, he's like, "Oh, all the clocks and the computers, they only go up to 2000. Like they don't go past it, so everything's gonna crash. All the planes are gonna come out of the sky." And I remember being like, "Dad, I'm 5." Or I'm like, "Why are you telling me this?" 5. Or I was 10. I was like,
I
Dad.
feel like that's been a pattern throughout recent history, just like doomsday, rapture, doomsday.
It's almost tsunami time.
Let's see if it's true. July, there's the lady who predicts a lot of catastrophic events, and she's gotten a lot of it right. A few wrong, which is crazy.
But like 90% right?
90% right. And the next big event she's predicting is a tsunami, a huge ass one next to Japan this July.
So Philippines is gonna get hit too, early.
Yeah. So hopefully it doesn't happen because Philippines is gonna be in that vicinity as well.
Well, it's good that the Philippines and Japan are both. They're ready. It's like California is ready.
Are they though?
I mean, but we're ready. We're more ready than other parts of the world for earthquakes.
Okay.
Because we're they're very monsoon season. I'm sure they're as good as they can be.
Yeah, that's
prepared as they can be. Yeah.
Yeah. Shoot, I was gonna say something. I had to say something about Y2K, and remember the Mayan calendar too?
Yeah.
It's like, the Mayan calendar.
They said the world's gonna end
2012 or something,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
It's gonna be the end of the world. Nothing.
Yep. And then the coronavirus, like everybody, especially like the super Christians, are like, "This is God's coming back. God's coming back." And I'm like, "What?"
Yeah.
I remember going like at the countdown when I was 10 years old, when it was about to turn 2000. I was like this.
No way.
It was like 5, 4, 3, 2, and then everybody was like, "Yeah." And then I was like looking around. I looked at the clocks, and everything was fine. I thought our computer's gonna blow up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like you ever had a New Year's where you're like, "Yeah, let's go." Well, I feel like New Year's is like one of those days. It's just mid.
Yeah.
Like it's so hyped up, but like when the day happens, New Year's Eve time, it's just so mid.
Yeah. I like how you did it.
What?
We had freaking New Year's at Roy's. It was the best idea. It was the best. I was like, oh my gosh, I was in bed by 11. It was great. He was like, we went over to Roy's, and I've never heard of anybody doing this. I've never seen anybody doing this. And he's like, "Oh, we got like 30 minutes. And I was like, "What? It's only 8:30. And he's like, "Oh, we celebrate East Coast New Year's." And I was like, "Oh, I didn't know we could do that." And then he's like, "We're from the East Coast."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, that's amazing."
It was so cool, bro.
Because if you'd celebrate at midnight in our time, then you celebrate, you're drinking until 1. You don't get in bed until like 2 or even later. But this way, it was 9. Everybody celebrated. We went, everybody kissed. And then we tried to kiss, but our girl said don't. Yeah. And then we freaking drank for a little bit longer, hung out.
Yeah.
And then we were home.
The thing, also, we FaceTime with our families back home. Like, "All right, mom, ready? Yeah. 9 o'clock.
Yeah, that was perfect.
It was awesome. Great. But I feel like, when we have families and stuff, it'll be more lit.
I think, this is what I think about kids. So, when you have somebody come visit you in California and they haven't been here before, and you're like, it kind of reinvigorates everything. Yeah. Nothing's like basic anymore. They're like, "I want to go to Chinese theater." But like, okay. But it gets you excited again. And you're like, they're like, "I want to go to Universal." You've been there a million times, but with this new person.
Oh, with the kid?
Yeah, no, with the new person. So that's what it's going to be like with a kid. They're going to restart your life, so everything's their first time. Oh. So it's kind of your first time again.
Boy.
Disneyland's going to be different.
Everything I wanted to do as a kid, I'm going to take them so I can experience it for the first time, because I never had the opportunity to. Like museums, never been to those. I'm excited.
You never went to a museum?
No.
What?
The first museum I've ever went to.
What about that Edison Johnson one?
Oh, that one? That's a museum?
I think it's a museum. That's like a
small one.
Interactive
I'm talking about
museum.
The big ass one. There's a big ass one here in downtown. I've always wanted to go to. What is it called? The Museum of LA.
Well, should we practice?
What?
Like I could put like kid clothes on, and you could put one of those kid leashes on me, and then we can go, and I can try to run away from you. You could be like, "No."
No.
Oh, you just want to figure it out with them.
First time.
Okay. Well, I'm down if you ever if you want to try. You want to practice.
Okay. Or you can just come with me to a museum with my child.
Yeah, you're not gonna be a leash dad.
No.
Nah, me either. Yeah, me either. I'm gonna use one of those shock collars.
Damn.
Cause I feel weird yanking. But if you secretly have a button in your pocket, you can click it, and it looks like a necklace. You'll be fine.
You just don't want to use a gun? that'll be more effective, bro.
That's what always happens. I take it to a level, and then Roy always goes to the next one.
Hey, shut the up. No. Don't do that. Yeah. Never, ever. Rosanna.
Never do that. Yeah.
Just kidding. That's going to be a new thing now. You started it.
Dang, kids, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm just very excited for museums. Oh, you know what? Oh, I'm just thinking about, I'm not, damn it. I need to keep trying.
You know what we need to do?
What?
We need to sit down, man to man. This is very important.
Okay.
And we need to plan out at least minimum the first 10 years of what order we're going to show our kids anime. Because if you show them one and I show mine the other, they're going to spoil each other. Okay. So we have to when
you got a job though, right?
No, I know.
Okay.
Well, your kid's not going to watch until 5 probably. You show them something?
Bro, I'm going to show them at 2.
Okay. Well, we got to somehow synchronize, because if you're showing them One Piece and I'm showing them Dragon Ball Super, then they're going to be like, "Oh, this, that." Yeah. And then they're not going to want, then
they're not going to understand.
So we got to get them on the same
5.
schedule.
Yeah.
It's like a book club but for anime.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We got to figure that out. It's important.
Dragon Ball was my childhood back in the Philippines.
Me too. Yeah.
Because that was what they showed on TV.
I didn't watch Naruto until I was probably in my 20s.
Yeah.
I watched Dragon Ball when I was 10.
Dude, I remember there's a phone number in the Philippines that I would call. My uncle showed me, dial this number, and it would just play the intro song of the original Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, what? And you called it how many times a day?
Multiple times. Yeah, this is so cool. Because back in the 1990s, 1999, we were like, oh, this is so sick.
You know, I'm so old. I remember crying one time because I had a voice recorder. And I was probably 8 or 7. Wow. And I was like, wow, I have a voice recorder and I can record anything.
Yeah.
And now we got our phones. But it was just this actual little cassette tape that you put in there and then you can record anything.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, so I guess I didn't know how internet works or something back then. Or maybe internet wasn't that good back then. So I would listen to the radio.
Yeah.
And there's a specific song by Spin Doctors called Two Princesses or something. And I was trying to record it so I could show my friend at school my favorite song. And I waited hours and hours and days. And I was like, and it finally came on. And I was like, yes! And then I hit record. And it's playing. And halfway through, Aaron starts wrestling with me or something. And I get so mad. I don't remember what I did, but I probably punched him. I started crying for sure. Oh, no. Because I was so mad. I was waiting for that one song for so long because there was no way to listen to it on the internet. There was no YouTube yet. There was no Spotify. Yeah. You could buy it. It was this was probably 10 years before, or 5 years at least before you could even pay a friend at high school to burn a CD for you.
Yeah, Kazaa and LimeWire. Yep.
Yeah. So I was so sad. I was so distraught. And that's a core memory that I was so sad.
Traumatic.
Yeah.
Damn, brother.
That's how old I am. Do you have any stories I'm this old?
I'm this old. When I was 4, I was learning how to ride a bike. But it was around, have you ever been to Silver Lake?
Yeah.
Where it's a lake, but then there's a little sidewalk around it. But then
that's the one with the
No, that's Echo Park. But there's a little water reservoir.
Okay.
But the water reservoir is downhill from the path right here, and then it goes down like this. Anyways, I was 5 or 4. I just lost track of it. I started going down the hill towards the reservoir, and my dad had to chase after me with whatever dog at the time. I was drowning like this. And I was a lot of my early memories are very traumatic, brother.
That's a good it's a good story, but it's not under the category I'm this old. Mine was voice recorder with a cassette tape trying to listen to the radio.
Training wheels, brother?
They still use that today.
No, they have electrical bikes now.
I see. Don't do
yes.
What?
A lot of these kids I see in the sidewalks, they have the little motorbikes now. They're
I do remember having to use a tricycle. I mean, I had to use
training wheels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably for a month, I had to use training wheels until they were about to fall off because I've been like, I pretty much write it like they're not there.
Yeah.
And my dad would be like, okay, it's time to take this off.
I had a Game Boy Color.
Me too. What
Yellow.
color? I had lime green.
It was a yellow color. I was in the Philippines, and it was like after school. I took tutoring after school.
Yeah.
And there's like an hour break in between the last class of school and tutoring.
Yeah.
And in between that, we usually play like they call it the kicking game with the little kicking thing.
Hacky sack.
Hacky sack.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember putting my Game Boy down and played hacky sack for like 5 minutes. Came back, Game Boy was gone. I was so sad, brother. I was so sad. I think I punched a random kid in the face.
Dang.
I don't know if he stole it. Like, you stole it.
I have a Game Boy Color stolen story too.
No way.
I was at Edison Johnson.
Okay.
And my little cousins were there. And my little cousin lost his green Game Boy, his color.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? And he was like, I think they stole it. And he pointed to these people like way in the distance. And I was like, okay, I'm your big cousin. I got this. I sprinted over there as fast as I could. And I was like, hey, you got my cousin's Game Boy Color? And it was sticking out of his pocket.
Yeah.
And he was like, no. And I was like, that's it right there. I see it in your pocket. And he's like, no, it's not. And he took it out, and it had his name on it.
Oh,
and
no
I was
way.
like, oh. And then I went back, and my cousin's playing his Game Boy. He's like, I found it. I was like, you son of.
So
I just went to go yell at these random people because I thought they stole your Game Boy. And he just like, oh yeah, I was sitting on it. I was like, oh, you suck. But that's crazy. My first Game Boy Color was also a lime green one, and my first game, Pokemon.
Pokemon what? Mine
Yours
was
is?
yellow because I had a
Pokemon
Game Boy.
yellow.
Oh yeah, mine was yellow.
Okay, mine was red. So it was
Okay.
green and red. I was Christmasing it up.
Okay.
Yeah. What was your
Nice.
second Pokemon game?
Gold.
Oh, yellow gold.
Are you silver?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
And then I didn't get another one. I think I might have got a ruby or a sapphire, but I can't remember. I don't think
any of those. I skipped that.
I think I might have got it, and I never even played it.
I think the last one I played was Diamond and Pearl.
They
I
were
had
so freaking
Pearl.
similar. It was the same game, just
No,
different
it's
Pokemon.
not similar.
It was the same
Back
thing.
in the day, it was nope. Hey,
It was the
let me
same
explain to you
thing.
something, bro. People, the new generation don't know the grind because back in our days, we had to grind each Pokemon individually.
Mm-hmm.
This was before XP Share. You know XP Share, where you give it the item to the Pokemon and they share the same experience with that one. Now they have Party Share, where all your freaking Pokemon get experience because
What?
the Pokemon battling gives them experience.
What?
They don't know the grind of leveling up each Pokemon individually. That's how hard we had it. That's how hard we had it.
Think about this. You had yellow, I had red. What was the difference between the games except for yours used one power and mine used one power? They still hurt the same. They still did the same thing. You still press that button as many times as you have to.
Yeah, the same
So
thing.
same thing.
But the grind is easier now. I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
so
yeah,
much
yeah.
easier now to get to level 100
Oh yeah.
than it is back in the day.
Oh yeah.
Easily.
Easily.
Yep.
Freaking Pokemon.
Yep.
What? Okay. Pokeballs.
Okay.
How much room do you think they got in there?
How much what?
Room do you think they got in there? Because
Oh,
when they say Pokeball, go back to their thing,
Yeah.
they turn into a stream of light, and then right before they go in, they turn into a little ball, and then they go in the Pokeball.
Okay.
So you think that they're in there like this?
No, it's a galaxy, bro.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
So they can hang out with the other people from other Pokeballs?
Yes, brother.
No.
Yes.
What? Why wouldn't you just put them all in the same Pokeball then? Why would you have to carry all those Pokeballs?
Because there's their house in that universe. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but you can't just be like, just say the Pokemon you want to come out and just have one ball forever.
No, because that's their house in that realm.
But they can leave their house?
They can leave their house when you call them.
What if they're not home when you call them?
Then they'll get transferred from wherever they're from. But when they go back in the Pokeball, they always respawn in their house. That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh, so
So-
they could just be like on a date, and then they're like, "Oh, I gotta fight."
Yeah.
And then they get
They're
teleported
like, "Oh,
out.
Yeah, and then it's kind of like how Beerus and Weezes go.
Ah,
Kind of like that.
You know, Whis is the fastest in the universe.
Really?
That light thing, nobody can move faster than that.
No, Goku, right?
But that's not moving. That's teleporting. But speed wise,
He's the
yeah,
fastest?
he's the fastest.
I
yeah.
can't wait to watch it. Why? Dang,
Yeah.
dude. I watch at least like 5-10 episodes a day. It's crazy.
I'm so excited.
It's crazy, bro.
I'm so excited. My advice would be to cherish it because you can't rewatch it for the first time.
Ah.
So like 10 a day is good, but maybe like just go to 8 or 9 just to like spread it out for yourself because I'm so jealous.
It's all good, bro. It's all good. I'll forget it, and then when we both forget, I'll rewatch with you.
Maybe I'll do another boxing match so I get punched enough where I forget.
Oh, dude.
And then I can rewatch it.
I wish I could just delete everything. Like,
I
no,
wish I could
shows.
temporarily delete it.
Yeah.
I'll be like, okay, I'll just take this out for now.
What are
and then
shows you would want to delete and watch? Other than Super, of course. 3 shows that you love, but you know the plot to. And
Probably Haikyuu. Oh, are you talking anime or just anything? Oh, it's still going to be anime.
No way.
I think Haikyuu, Naruto, and Dragon Ball Super, yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Because I just want to temporarily, I'll be like, I just want to block that memory,
Yep.
watch it all again, and then bring it back.
Ah.
Because I don't want to forget that.
I'll take my Breaking Bad. Just want to delete it so I could rewatch
I gotta watch that.
You don't like dark stuff, though. It's
I
like
know,
very
but
dark.
I feel like I can get past it.
Okay. Watch it.
Yeah, I should.
Yeah, it's very dark.
But I have nobody to watch it with because the whole world watched it. Alexis watched it, and now I gotta watch it by myself. That's scary.
Watch it with Alexis. You probably forgot what happened.
What if I watch it and the house burns down?
Why?
Cause Chucky.
Chucky's not in the movie.
Oh,
show.
oh.
It only happened when the Chucky's there.
What? His sidekick's kind of short.
Who? Jesse Pinkman?
Yeah.
No.
What if he's reincarnated? What if that's
No,
Chucky's son?
Just watch it. Just
Okay.
ask her. Like, you want to rewatch Breaking Bad? I'm pretty sure if she watched it like over 10 years ago, she forgot.
How many
everything.
episodes?
Oh, good question. 5 seasons.
5 seasons, probably 20 episodes. So it's 13 for 5 seasons. That's
Yeah. You should rewatch it with her.
okay.
I think that's a good one. I don't know. It just depends though. You don't like dark stuff. I love dark stuff.
I mean, I watch a lot of true crime now.
Okay, that like it's doable.
You see that Ruby Frank stuff?
I don't know what that is.
Dang.
Who's that?
It's a YouTube family gone dark, like
Ooh.
dark.
What do you mean, like burnt?
Oh, I don't know. You gotta watch it. I don't want to ruin it for you because
Netflix?
it's crazy. Yeah, or Hulu. I don't know. Just look up Ruby Frank. It's crazy.
Who's Ruby Frank? Is a family vlogger?
A Mormon family blogger.
Oh. Murders? No.
Close.
Whoa. Cult. It has to be a cult. Cult related?
Cult. Yeah. There is cult
Okay.
aspects to it.
Okay.
It's just the mom went. The mom is the whoa. She
Okay.
just was highly impressionable, and another person came into their lives, and she super obeyed, and things got crazy out of hand.
Super obeyed the other person?
Yeah,
That came in?
the therapist.
Wait, is it the Piper? This is another one.
I think it's a
Piper
different
Raquel. Oh, okay.
I gotta
don't-
watch that one. What is that?
I don't
oh yeah,
know.
I'm so into
okay.
true crime
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
So maybe I will like Breaking Bad now because I wasn't into true crime until Alexis. Now
Oh,
that's
interesting.
all we watch.
Okay.
That and anime.
Oh, if you want true crime, by the way, anime, watch Death Note.
Oh, we tried, but it's so hard to stay focused.
Really?
Yeah, it's just like, is it one of those shows that starts slow and then picks up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Picks up hard.
Okay, I think
Like,
that's
really
I
hard.
think that's the problem. I think
Okay.
we just gotta start from the beginning. We keep starting at the beginning, and we get through like 3 or 4 episodes,
Yeah.
and then we find something else.
Yeah.
And then 3 or
True
4
crime.
episodes, find something else.
Okay,
yeah.
cool. Go
Okay,
ahead.
okay.
Anyways.
Okay. I did get to a lot of it though. I mean, I remember a lot of it.
Okay. Maybe just rewatch. That's
yeah.
what happened to Haikyuu. You just started and then
Yeah.
you restarted again.
And then
You're
same
like,
with Attack
"Whoa!"
on Titans too. Both
Oh,
of
wow.
those, and then boom, like Haikyuu's both of our favorites. Attack on Titans one of her favorites.
Yeah.
I like it too.
That's
but
with
she
me
loves it.
with Dragon Ball. I had to get past like the first. It's usually the first episode because
Mm-hmm.
Goku was just farming and I'm like,
You know what anime I'm on now is Yaiba.
oh, the freaking. Have
you seen it?
It looks like the Goku.
Yeah, little Goku.
Yeah.
You seen it?
No, I saw thumbnails for it.
Oh yeah, I'm like on like the 4th episode.
I
It's
saw a
pretty
fight
good.
scene on like
Oh,
reels. I was like,
Me too.
whoa, that
that's
looks insane.
That's what made me watch
Let
it.
me watch it. Yeah.
And now I'm like, oh, I see how they're gonna get to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it good? You like it?
Yeah, because
Okay,
it's
cool,
all
cool,
about
cool.
samurais first, and then it's like, how are they gonna get to that trailer? Like the
Yeah,
TikTok
yeah,
I saw.
yeah, yeah.
And now I'm starting to understand. Like, oh, once you get
Okay.
the 4th episode, you're like, oh, that's how they're gonna do it. It's
Okay.
about to get crazy.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
excited.
Okay.
Have you seen My Hero Vigilante?
No,
It's the new My Hero season.
I saw a
There's
thumbnail.
4 episodes out now.
Oh, is it actually worth watching?
I watched the first 3. It's so good. It's before,
Really?
It's before Deku.
Oh.
It's very interesting. I'm excited to see where they go from here because the main guy does have a quirk, but
Okay.
it's like I don't want to tell you what it is, but it's
okay.
like, what is he gonna do with that?
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see little by little. I've only seen 3 episodes, but little by little they're showing what he can do with it, and we're like, oh, maybe that'll be kind of cool, or maybe, I guess
Oh.
that's kind of cool.
Okay.
But there has to be some kind of leveling up process.
All
but
right, all right.
it's cool.
It's gonna be a minute though. I'm on Super right now, and then I'm going back to One Piece.
You know the cool thing about My Hero Vigilante, it's not
Hmm.
giving anything away, is since it's before Deku, You know, how old do you think All Might and Eraserhead and all them are in the
actual show?
Deku's?
In Deku, like 40s?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now they're in their 30s. Now they're like they're prime superheroes.
Oh.
And like, oh, like they're all like if they're like 45 and
So All Might's in
Deku's-
it, yeah?
Yeah, All
Okay,
Might,
got
yeah,
it. Cool.
and he's like at the peak of his career. I'm like,
Got it.
It's cool. It's cool.
Cool.
Yeah. So you gotta watch that. You gotta watch that.
All right. Ruby Frank. What is that? Wait. So
It's
I should
hard to
just
talk
watch
about it. Yeah, it's hard to talk about it without giving anything away.
How
but
do I
we
watch it?
are doing a podcast, and most people have already seen it.
Oh yeah.
But I don't want to ruin it for you.
I mean, is it on Netflix or what?
I don't know. It's on Hulu or Netflix. One of those things.
How many episodes? Is that like a whole season?
I think yeah, it's a whole season. Yeah.
Okay.
It took us probably 3 days to get of nightly watching it to get through it.
Okay. You can spill the beans. Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this mom, she starts vlogging her kids, and they keep having more kids and more kids and more kids.
Because
I don't remember how
Mormons
many kids they
get
have.
a lot of kids, right?
I don't know, but she
Yeah.
just I think just to spice up the videos, she kept having more kids.
And then how many kids does she end up having?
I can't remember. I think
More than
let me guess.
5?
There was 3 that moved out of the house, and then there was 4, so 7.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
In my head, there's 7. And then the dad, I mean, they're both very religious. The dad is very impressionable too, and they she starts everything has to do with the videos, and then he actually during it, he's interviewing, he's talking. She's in jail. He's talking to the documentary, and he's talking about, and he gave them all this behind the scene footage, like what happened to Ace family, where you just see them she's like, stop, come on, shut up.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? And so a lot of those footage is released because the husband gave it. And then
Wait, sidetrack. Ace family, they're together or not?
no, I don't think so.
Oh, they're separated.
I think so.
Okay, cool.
So then it gets crazy, and then they go to a therapist, and then there's all this controversy. She said something about the oldest son, he was 12. He hated being on the videos, and he would always be she would ask him questions. He's like, yeah, and then she was like, do you want to be in this video or not? And he's like, I don't like being in the videos. And she's like, well, pretend, fake it. And then he's like, okay. And then they go again. And I was like, what? And then there was one time where he was joking, and she was proud of it. She was like, yeah, that's right. And he was like, yeah, I've been when we get punished, we actually get punished. There's no leeway.
Whoa.
There's no grace period. I've been sleeping on a beanbag chair in the basement for the last 8 months.
Oh my God.
And then she was like, yeah. And then she was like, yeah, they're very they're on it.
This is
If
behind
they're-
the scenes?
No, this is
Oh,
in
this is on the video. What the fudge?
And then she was like, you got to follow the rules. And then they posted that video, and everybody turned against them. They were one of the biggest family vloggers in the world. And then everybody's like, what? That's torture. You can't make him sleep on a beanbag chair for 7 months. You didn't let him go to his room, to his bed. And so everybody started freaking out. She took it down, and she's like, oh. And then she's just trying to backtrack. She's just trying to fix that. And then from then on, it was all downhill from there.
Yeah.
Once they found out, then they started doing research and be like, oh, look what she said here. Look what they did here. Look what they did here.
Yeah.
So
it's just abuse.
yeah. So then she got a therapist, and the therapist's super Mormon too. And she's like, oh, and then I guess the therapist was super rich because she had all these seminars, and then Ruby Frank and her husband became the face of the seminars, and then she was super rich. She had this crazy house, and then they went to go visit her. They became business partners, family friends, all this stuff. And then she was going through something, and she's like, can I move in with you guys?
The therapist.
Yeah.
What the fudge?
Yeah. And then they're like, yeah. And the therapist was for the kids, for the dad, for the wife, all this stuff. So then they would still be doing therapy sessions from different rooms in the same house. And then at nighttime, the therapist would be taken over by demons.
Nah, that's some
And
caps.
she'd be and then Ruby and Frank
No.
was like, we got to help them because they're super religious. They thought 100% is real, without a doubt.
Yeah.
She's being possessed by demons.
Uh-huh.
So they would go through that every once in a while, and then the therapist.
They filmed it? They filmed her?
Yeah.
What the fudge?
I don't know if they posted on the
Yeah.
vlogs, but the husband revealed the footage. So then they freaking. She started saying that she kind of was turning the wife against the husband because her and the wife were getting really close. Nothing no intimate stuff, but
Yeah.
they alluded to it. They're like, maybe. because they were just always with each other, always like she would go sleep in her bed because she needed to help her with the demonic possessions every night. And so all that stuff. And then she told the dad, she's like, we need space. And he was like, what? And he has 7 kids at home. And she's like, we need space. You need to leave the house. You need to go somewhere else until you become a better husband and better father for this family. And he's just super religious. And he's like, yeah. And that's what the therapist is saying too. And he's like, okay. And so he left the house. He got an apartment. He's still working. He's near them. Yeah. Doesn't talk to the kids or the wife for over a year. No text, no email, doesn't see them, doesn't do anything. Just because they told him
to get out and
that
be better?
He needs to be a better father and a better husband.
Said, okay.
And he needs to work on himself, yeah. So while it's happening, the therapist is taking his place in the family, and he still meets with her on Zoom every week to become a better person. And then, this is where it's crazy. And then the 3 oldest kids are out of the house now.
Okay. College.
Yep. And then there's like 2 other kids that are in like middle school or high school. And then there's 2 young, like 4-year-old kids.
Okay.
And the dad gets a call and he says, hey, you need to go pick up your son from the cops. And then he was like, what? And then he was like, what? And then his wife calls. First time she talked to him in over a year. And she's like, hey, you need to step up right now. You need to go to the cops. You need to go get your son and bring him home. This is your time to shine. This will bring you back into the good graces of the family, and you can come home. And he's like, okay. And so he went to the cops, and he went to go get his son. And they were like, the kid we have is your son. And he's like, yeah, I'm just here to pick him up. And they're like, when's the last time you saw your son? And he was like, it's been a year. And then they were like, do you know the condition he's in? And he's like, what do you mean? I don't understand. And then they're like, we found him because he escaped the house, went to the neighbors, knocked on the door, and asked for water and food.
No, freaking, they starved the child?
They starved the child.
For punishment, I'm assuming.
No. What? So they did. So both these kids are just like, they're skin and bones. There's like, and then they have like chains, like marks from chains. There's tape around his wrists, and he escaped the house. And then they're saying if he didn't escape the house, him and his sister would have died. So he went to the neighbor's house. He escaped one day. They kept him in separate rooms, so he hasn't seen his sister in the same house for over a year.
Yeah.
And so they were in closets. And then he escaped, went to the neighbor. The neighbor was like, hold on, son, sit down. What's going on? And he's like, I just want some food and water. And then he's like, hold on. And then he called the cops, and he was trying to explain what was happening. And he's like, hey, this kid came to my house. And then he started crying because of the condition the kid was in. Damn. Trying to describe it. And then, so the cops got involved. The husband's like in disbelief. He's like, no, this has a misunderstanding. And then they went to the therapist's house.
Okay.
And they found the little girl, and she was like, no, you can't come in. And then they found the little girl locked up like in this vault, in this closet, in this vaulted room. And it was crazy. And then it turns out the therapist was telling the wife that they're possessed by demons, and we have to get the demons out of the kids. So they were doing all this stuff. And one of the things they had the boy do is they had him walk in the desert for miles and miles and miles and follow a car. And he would have to do that every day and to get the demon out of him. Huh? Yeah. It's crazy. So I've said a lot, but I didn't even say I probably said 60% of what's in it.
That's crazy. So the therapist just gaslit everyone?
Yeah.
So the therapist basically is mentally unstable.
Yep.
And kind of gaslit.
And the therapist and the mom went to jail for like 30 years. They're in jail right now.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's freaking child abuse.
Yep. Emotional abuse, physical abuse, everything. Like, it's crazy. Wow. And the college siblings didn't know about any of this either.
That's crazy. Yeah. That's how you start trauma. Now those kids will grow up all traumatized.
Yeah.
Damn, bro.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's crazy, right?
Oh my God. Family YouTubers, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's why I started streaming, because I'm gonna have my kids in all my streams, but that's okay. As long as they're not in vlogs.
Sure.
Yeah. Oh, it's hot. I gotta get my protein shake.
Hey.
I actually was like watching it, and then I was looking at the views, and like when they were like oh, they're huge. They're the biggest family. They're getting like 200,000 views each vlog.
Okay, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
But not compared to what we used to do.
Oh yeah, bro.
We used to get crazy.
Millions.
Yeah.
Millions.
But I think they were trying to make them seem bigger than they are,
Yeah.
so that people watch the documentary.
Yeah.
But that is pretty big,
Yeah.
especially for back in the day.
Dang, bro. So the Ace family, they're not together. We're just going back. I didn't know that. Are they together?
Yeah, I googled it.
They're not.
Divorced January 2024.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, last year.
No idea.
Yeah, I think that's when the
crazy.
divorce went through. I think they were done before that.
Wow.
Yeah, dude. I just remember seeing clips of them, like you said, just like
Yeah.
arguing.
I think they went the David Dobrik route when he got canceled, and he like went to Snapchat.
Yeah.
And he just like kind of like hid from everybody because Snapchat. I don't know what goes on Snapchat. I don't watch Snapchat at all. So he probably went there. He was making like tens of thousands of dollars still.
Yeah.
But just off the radar.
Yeah.
And then he had a big comeback. He's like, how can I come back and make it big enough where people won't talk about the past?
Yeah.
And so he had a full body transformation. David Dobrik, you didn't see that?
Oh, David Dobrik.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So that's what he did. I'm pretty sure Austin, because I know they were going through a lot of financial stuff. They had to sell their house and all this stuff, or it got foreclosed on.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that's what he's doing. I just don't know because
that's
I don't know how else
crazy,
he's
bro.
making money.
That is wild. I just remember that they bought 2 houses and connected them together. I just remember seeing that vlog. I'm like, damn, bro, that's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
How are you gonna support that? They didn't. They didn't. Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm excited to be a dad.
In the last podcast, if you guys didn't see it, we were talking about our goals, and we got sidetracked. I never told what my goal by the end of the
Okay,
year
what's your
is.
goal? What's your goal?
So by the end of the year, dang, I actually can't talk about it.
Oh, yeah.
I have a lot of things I want to do, but I can't talk about it. I forgot.
Oh, okay.
Well,
He has goals.
I have goals.
Guys, he has goals. Don't
but
worry about it.
I don't think I'm going to have enough to get a house by the end of this year, but from a year from now is when I'll be able to get a house.
Oh.
So by next May is where I'm like, okay, I got to be in a house. I got to get a house. No matter whatever amount of money I have that I can spend is what level the house will be.
Oh, hell yeah. They're building a house next to mine. You should get it.
Can't afford that.
You don't know that. You're now.
I know. I'm so sad because I think about my old house and I was like, damn, I sold that. And I was like, I don't think I'm ever going to be in a house that nice again.
You don't know that.
I feel like it.
You don't know that. You really don't know that.
Maybe not.
Yeah, I really know that.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think I would be in the house I am now.
Oh,
And you
yeah.
didn't think you would be in the house you were then.
Mm-hmm.
And you never know. Life is still pretty long, brother. Doesn't matter where you are now.
How long do you think you're going to live?
Probably, I want to live till 100.
You do?
I do.
And like a
'Cause
healthy
I saw
100.
Healthy 100.
Okay.
I saw a freaking clip on Reels.
Yeah.
They had 100-meter sprints for 82-year-olds.
I saw
Did you
that
see
too. And the guy with the beard was getting it.
Yeah. I was like 82.
I was
sprinting.
I feel like 82, I might be able to take off. Is the stopping that's going to be hard.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like I'm going to just like roll.
Like, I want to be like that good. That's why I'm saying, like, you got to take care of one thing. If you want to work out now, is important is your legs.
Yeah.
Without your legs, you can't do.
Yeah. That
So-
old guy was getting it.
I was like, damn.
I
boy.
was like, damn. And like, so I think I could probably do that at 82. I'm pretty active. I think I'm going to stay active.
Yeah.
I think I'll be able to do that. I just need somebody to catch me at the end or like have like a big mat to
like
run
a net.
into.
Yeah.
That's the only way. Or a net. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
So 100. How about you? What do you think?
Oh, I think 85.
You think so?
I think so.
That might change, brother.
Yeah,
How old are
literally,
you at?
like there's so much time left. Like, let me look it up and then you tell me your guesses.
Okay. 85. I feel like that's young, though. Like, I feel like 90s is the new old. Yeah, I'm
I
serious.
feel like 70s is still old.
No, bro.
That's not old?
Dude, my father-in-law is 73.
okay,
He's
okay.
jogging.
Okay, here we go. I'm so excited. Sometimes I think of so like something that I want to ask ChatGPT and I get so excited to see the answer.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, we should go through our ChatGPT searches too.
Oh, yeah, we
we
should.
haven't done that in a while. Okay, analyzing. So what I typed in was average age expectancy for every decade in the past 100 years.
Okay.
1920s. What do you think the average age of death? Yeah.
Oh, 70.
1920s?
1920s? Oh.
It's like 100 years ago.
Oh, okay. Yeah, 70s.
54.
Whoa.
That's pretty. Like like you got bit by a raccoon, you're probably gonna die in 1920s.
Okay, so it's low then.
Yeah, 1930s,
70.
60.
Okay, it's going up.
Yep, 1940s, 65.
Okay.
50s, 68. 60s, 70 or 69. Nice. 70s, 70.
Okay.
So that was the lowest amount of increase of 60s to 70s.
Okay.
And then 80s, 73.
Damn.
90s, 75.
Damn, that's pretty young still.
Yeah, so my dad was born in 60s where it was average age was 70. And up until now, it's gone up 6 years.
So it's 80?
So today is what? Hold on.
Oh. What? Don't
probably,
make the face.
Probably Corona messed it up. Okay, so it says 1990s is 75,
Uh-huh.
2000s 77, 2010s 78,
Okay.
2020s 76. That's the first time it's went down.
Oh.
2 years down.
So 76 is the average?
Yeah, now that
That's the average.
that's the average.
That's the average.
How old is Mona's dad?
73?
Oh yeah. So he's so healthy. He's
very
at
healthy.
least till 80.
If he
minimum.
didn't move or anything, I would be more concerned.
Yeah.
But he's out and about. He like does like 50 push-ups a day, 50 sit-ups, maybe even more. I always
Dang.
wake up, he's like, oh, how?
Damn,
morning.
76. I thought it was in the 80s already.
Yeah, me too.
My Alexis
Is that in America or what? In
Yeah,
the world?
it's America. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Wait, let me double check.
Depends on the diet. If you do it by state, that makes a difference. Probably, right?
Oh wait, yeah, it's in America.
Okay.
Dang, that's
But you can
crazy.
honestly control how long you live with stress and diet.
So if so we're in our 30s, so that's like 40 years until I'm 76. 41 years until I'm 76.
Uh-huh.
So 41 years. So 41 years from here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's only gone up 5 years. So by the time I am 76, the average age should be around 82.
Okay.
But I feel like my medicine's so much more advanced now that it's going to move faster. So
Yeah.
I bet by the time I'm 70, I bet the average life expectancy is 95.
Especially in China. Have you seen technology in China nowadays?
No.
Insane, bro. Like
What they
their cars are so much more like advanced than our cars. Like it can go underwater. It has like,
The average car can?
I don't know, but they have cars that go underwater, drive underwater. Like their battery, their electric cars, their mileage. You know how Tesla's like 300.
Yeah.
There's like 1,000 already.
I've never been to China, and I thought it was hard to go to China.
Oh, is it not?
I thought it was difficult to go to China for
It's
some
not like
reason.
North Korea, right?
No, it's not like North Korea, but they're very like they don't have TikTok there. They don't let
Yeah.
YouTube. They don't play YouTube there. So I just thought, they probably like I don't know. I feel like a lot of Americans think that way. They're like, it's not easy to go to China.
Oh yeah, for sure. They hate China.
I thought China hated us.
No,
For some reason.
America just they don't like Asian people. They don't like the Chinese. Like MSG, they say MSG is bad. It's just salt. See?
Is
Right?
it?
Yeah, MSG is it's chill. It's just sodium. Yeah, but back in the day, did on Chinese food because they was taking over American food. They just made an article about it. Like, MSG is bad for your health, and then that's when everyone started hating Chinese food and MSG.
I was talking to Danny Aarons. You know who that is?
Two
He's
first
a-
names. I don't know.
He's a streamer from the UK, and we were at this boxing event, and we were just talking because he just had his first fight, and I was like, cool, and we were bonding over that, and then he was like, I was like, what did you like about America? He's never been, and he said Walmart, and I was like, Walmart, and he's like, I've always wanted to go to Walmart. I love Walmart, and he's like, they don't have it in the UK, and we always see things from Walmart, and I was like, dude. I was like, Target is like the level above Walmart, and that's where like Americans like to go to Target.
Yeah.
Walmart's kind of like it's like
It's cheap. It's cheap.
It's cheaper.
Walmart is cheap as hell.
but there's a reason it's cheaper. Like the environment's cheaper too. So he was like, and then I was like, what do you guys have better in the UK? Because your guys' food sucks. And he was like, yeah, it does suck, but our Asian food is way better than yours. And I was like, really? And he's like, oh yeah, like I don't know why, but he said they're just known to have way better Asian food
Yeah.
than we do.
Yeah.
I think we have like Panda Express. They have like Panda normal time.
Yeah. Because they don't
Ours
let
is
MSGs
Express.
and all this stuff.
Yeah,
and they
maybe,
just like,
yeah.
oh, yeah.
Maybe China gives them the good stuff.
Maybe.
And there's like, you know, America.
Yeah.
Rosanna.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. He started it, dude. He started that one.
No, I did.
Yeah.
But yeah, apparently. So next time I go over there, I've never had a good meal from the UK. But next time I go over there, I'm gonna try an Asian meal.
You start throwing up. Like, what the?
Oh, I'm like, I like the trash Asian food we got. I don't like your like hot hoity-toity Asian food over here.
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense. China, technologically advanced.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I'm down to go. I don't even know anything about China, like destination-wise, because I like going tropical. So I like being near the ocean, near the beach.
Yeah.
Are they touching the ocean? They
Yes,
are.
yes, they have oceans.
And then, so they have like one side is touching the ocean, right? And then it's Japan in that direction too.
Yeah. It's China and then Korea and then Japan.
But so China has like a coast, and then like I'm like in my head, like you could throw a rock and hit Japan. Is that not true?
Yeah, it's close. It's close.
Yeah. You just got to throw it really hard.
really very hard. You can get there.
Okay.
Yeah, I do. I don't know that. Yeah, China's never been like a appealing.
Like, what's the destination like other than Shanghai, right? And Hong Kong?
Yeah, Hong Kong.
What's the tourist spot that people go to?
I don't know. I'm sure you can go to TikTok, type in China. It's like, oh, this is so sick.
Yeah.
But it's just never been like marketed to Americans. Like, hey, go.
China's so big, right?
It's huge.
It's big.
Like every time I think of China, I think of like Great Wall and then the
just
imperial
thought of
temples. But it's so probably like I've seen like crazy ass cities in there, like super technologically, like the subways like floating and.
I got another exciting question to ask.
Oh, what is China like? Is that a question?
Nope. Yeah, it's good. I like coming up with stuff.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
The question is, how many Japans can fit in China?
Oh, okay.
What's your guess? What's your guess? What do you think?
Oh, how many Japans can fit in China? Japan's kind of small.
That's what I think too. But apparently the maps are like super off.
Yeah.
Because they're showing you this and this.
Like
and
Antarctica is like not
but they
that
can't. They
big.
just gotta fit it on the map.
Yeah.
So like a lot of people think these are close, but they're actually
Okay.
like crazy far apart. Yeah.
So I don't know how many. I'd say like 50 Japans.
That's what I thought.
Okay.
25.
Oh, it's half.
Isn't that crazy
you got
though?
it, yeah.
I thought Japan was tiny like the
How
Philippines.
many USAs fit in China?
Oh, see,
You
don't
think
get
it's you
excited,
think it's
though?
one on one? You think it's one of one?
No. I think China's probably. I don't think it's 2 times as big, but I bet it's way bigger than 1.
Okay, let's see.
But isn't that exciting? When
Yeah,
you think
it
of
is.
a
It
question?
does.
Oh, I can't wait to
I think it's one on one.
Okay.
I think it's one of one. It might be right. I think so. Because the way you talk about distortion, it happens with land too.
Yeah.
Oh, what's he got?
Ready?
What's he got?
Same.
One on one?
0.1 mil. I mean, they're pretty much the same.
Wow.
Only about 1.01 of the United States can fit into China.
Okay, so it's the
Meaning
same
U.S.
size.
is just slightly smaller. Wow, I thought China was way bigger.
It looks bigger in the
On
map.
the map, it's
but
way
it's just
bigger.
the size of the USA. That's why America hates them so much. We're the
Oh.
only one of one.
I saw this another post of this foreigner, and they were complaining. Well, they weren't foreign from where they're making the TikTok where they're from, but they're like, yo, if you're from America, just say you're from America. Why do you say, oh, where are you from? California. Where are you from? New York. You're from America. Just say you're from America.
Yeah.
And then somebody else came in and like, hey, and they're the same, not breed,
Breed.
same nationality as the person in the video.
Okay.
And they're like, hey, it's me. I'm here. I think I have some things to say about this. And they're
Okay.
like, I feel like the rest of the world doesn't understand how big the United States is. And then they were like, just the state of Texas alone can cover 3 entire countries in the UK. And I was like, whoa. And they're like, and if you go to Texas and then you talk to somebody from Texas, you talk to somebody from New York, it's completely different cultures. It's completely different worlds. Like they're completely different people. If you go to Italy and you talk to somebody from the bottom of Italy, top of Italy, they might have slightly different accent, but they're same thing, same culture. In America, if you're from California and you're from North Carolina, you're different. And so he's like, I feel like people just don't understand how big China and the U.S. actually are.
Yeah. So you're saying not to be like, I'm from California, to say I'm from America?
No, that's what they said, but then somebody had to explain to them why Americans say
Why
that.
we say that?
Because because it's so big. You could, if you say America, you could be from freaking Maine, but you're actually from Arizona.
I guess as a foreigner, you can't really tell, right?
Yeah.
Like if you talk to a country Korean, you don't know city Korean.
Yeah.
With their dialect.
I guess I wouldn't know. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I
right?
wouldn't know if they said a place. I'm like, I don't know.
They don't say that.
Yeah, they don't say that.
Yeah, they just say whatever dialect they speak in.
Okay, here we go. Ready? How many Philippines can fit in China?
Oh, for sure, like 18.
Oh, China's smaller than the Philippines. Wow, these maps are off.
Wait, what?
No, I'm just kidding.
Philippines is huge?
Oh, it's not as...
25.
So Japan was 25.
Okay.
So you still think Philippines is...
Yeah, it's 25.
32.
Damn.
Philippines is definitely smaller
than Japan?
Yeah.
I did not know that. I thought Japan was the same size as the Philippines. Damn. Okay, let me look
So
at
I guess that means 32 Philippines can fit in America too.
True.
Whoa.
Okay, here's my ChatGPT.
Oh, yeah,
here we go. ChatGPT. What have you been asking your ChatGPT? Let me start. What is turmeric good for? That's my first one. This for liver support. Oh, by the way, had my blood test. I didn't even study the results. My enzymes in my liver, they're good.
You're completely good?
Good.
You have no more fatty livers?
There's a but though. My iron is very high.
That's bad.
That's very bad. My ferritin level is very high.
You're Iron Man.
Basically, my body doesn't absorb iron the way it's supposed to.
Yeah.
And long-term effects is very bad. No, not stiff joints. Failure in organs. Oh. So it's attacking my liver.
So what do you
first.
gotta do? You gotta just put a magnet over yourself and get it all out?
I'm not sure yet. I'm just waiting for notes from my doctor. But the simple fix, I just have to routinely donate my blood every week.
Every week for a certain amount of time. Not for your whole life.
I don't know. For my whole life. Basically my whole life.
Every week for your whole life?
I don't know. But that's what she said.
What?
So,
If I were you, I would just get a really strong magnet, start here, and go all the way, and then...
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Try it. Just try it.
Yeah. But
Okay.
that is what caused my liver. It wasn't my diet. It's because I can't process iron.
So you never had fatty liver?
I did.
Oh, okay.
I did.
And
Caused
now
by the iron, which causes my liver to not work properly, which means it doesn't absorb fat.
But now fatty liver's gone.
Yeah, because my diet.
Yeah.
Because my diet. I fixed it.
There you go.
But we
So
know
now
what
we can eat
caused the
that
fatty
again.
liver is my high ferritin levels, which they call it not stasis.
Hemotamagachi.
No,
What?
something like that.
Hematoga.
Something like that.
Yeah.
But that's my diagnosis. That's why I looked up turmeric.
My last one before this last one was license plate renewal fees. Dude! Freaking license plate renewal fees.
Oh yeah.
I went to go open a P.O. box for my freaking stream so they could send stuff and I could like react to it. And the P.O. box was like, okay, we need your driver's license and we need either like your home something or a car registration. I was like, cool, let me just go to my car. I went to get my registration. I was like, oh, it's expired. I didn't even know.
Oh.
It's been like 4 months. I was like, oh, so I was like, okay, cool. I'll renew it. Oh, for a high-end, I have a Tesla X Plaid. For a high-end electric vehicle, it's so high. I was like, what? How much do you think it was? Let me tell you. For an average, for an average car, it's $100 to $300.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, so what do you think my car is?
Electric vehicle, probably $800. More?
$1,400.
Oh!
I was like, what? For what? It's just a car. Damn it.
Taxes, bro. Where's that gonna go?
I know.
Where's that gonna go?
I know. And I was like, dang, I got this to save money, and you have to pay more to have it? That's crazy.
Oh my god.
Your turn. I'm sad.
Oh my god. Okay. Sty treatment tips. Okay, I have big
Sty.
sty.
Oh,
Sty.
yeah, it's almost gone.
Oh yeah. Last time I was
it
here, it
looks-
looked like a black eye.
Yeah, now it looks like it's probably
This is there.
okay. Before it
Double
looked like it
eyelids.
was at like 90%. Now it looks like it's at like 15, 20%.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's still there. I should.
Did you do the thing I told you to do? Did you try to pop it?
No, actually.
I think you're not supposed to, but whatever. So I told you I flip it out and then I push the skin on this side together and it usually it's like just a pimple inside your eyelid.
Okay, I still
Let me
have
see
it.
again. Can you flip it so I can see if I can see a whitehead?
This is gonna give another side if I do this, huh? Anything?
Ooh.
Is it?
Let me take a picture for you.
It's still there?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was.
No, it's not there, but it's cool. Okay, stay still. Flip it a little bit more. You had it the first time. Oh, sorry, I can't see it. You gotta, yeah.
Is it that bad?
Oh, it's under your thumb. Close.
Huh?
Okay, hold on. Let me take a picture. Okay, let me see if I can see it.
I can't hear you, Alex.
Okay.
Is it in the corner?
No, you can't see the whitehead, but you can see the bump. You see the bump?
Oh yeah, I see the
Yeah,
bump.
so I don't think it's poppable, but it'll go away soon.
It's been
Probably
like
by
3
next
weeks.
podcast, it'll be gone.
Okay, cool. I didn't even know it was there. I was gonna, I guess, more tea bags.
I don't know what this one is. It says sun stat breakdown.
Sun?
Oh yeah, I wanted to see when the sun was gonna die. And it's halfway dead.
Oh, okay.
It's still like however
we'll
like
be dead
thousands
by
or
then, right?
millions of years.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
but
Oof.
it's halfway dead. I was like,
Okay,
what?
jeez.
It's a GV2
Oh.
star. I wanted to see what kind of star it was.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Your turn.
58 inches conversion. I just wanted to get conversions for my.
Mine is margarita driving limit. You can drink 2 margaritas and still drive for my weight.
Oh my god. Okay.
Mine is best time to go to the zoo. You know what the best time is?
Weekdays.
No, sorry, in your day.
Morning.
Yeah,
Why?
because all the animals are awake, active, and it's not too hot, and they're
True.
being fed. So they said if you're gonna go, as soon as they open is the best time to go.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know how I bit my lip the other day 4 times in the same spot?
Yeah.
It's still healing, by the way.
Oh yeah, let me
It's
see.
right here. It's a
Oh
lot
yeah,
better.
yeah.
But it's because I have an overbite. I might get Invisalign soon. Or like metal braces, whatever.
That'll be cool because that'll also alter your jawline. So your jawline's gonna be more sharper.
Right here.
Like it's gonna
that's
be
cool.
like so you'll have a more
There. Ooh.
nice
Yeah.
jawline. Yeah.
So I'm just tired of biting my lips and grinding my teeth.
Okay, this one is heart and love symbolism. Because why? This is just one of the random thoughts I have in my day. Why is the heart related to love? Because that's not where your love is.
Cause you feel, right? Is that what
I think
people say?
so. What they're saying is because back in the day, in like when like we didn't know science, we didn't know all this stuff.
Yeah.
We didn't know a lot of things. They think like way back when you got excited or you were in love, your heart would pound. So they associated that with love.
Oh.
And then I was like, why is it the heart shape though? And they said that somebody used that and it looked better than the actual heart.
Yeah.
So it just became a worldwide thing that everybody uses the heart now.
Nice. I love you.
Oh, I love you too.
Thanks for watching the podcast, everybody. I hope you have a good weekend.
We're done?
We're done.
Okay.
All right. See you
Bye.
guys. Might be a new set next episode, so we'll see. We got to move. We start practicing.